Anybody here seen my old friend Abraham? Can you tell me where he's gone? He freed a lot of people, but it seems a good they die young. You know, I just looked around and he's gone. Anybody here seen my old friend John? Can you tell me where he's gone? He freed a lot of people, but it seems good they die young. You know, I just looked around and he's gone. Anybody here seen my old friend Martin? Can you tell me where he's gone? He freed a lot of people, but it seems good they die young. You know, I just looked around and he's gone. Try to find some good for you and me, and we'll be free someday soon. It's gonna be one day. Anybody here seen my old friend Bobby? Tell me where he's gone. I thought I saw him walking up over the hill with Abraham and Martin and John.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Well, this is the time of year many Americans celebrate the life and legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. and his message of peaceful resistance. This a few days before a presidential inauguration marred by massive white violence, mayhem, and death. Before his assassination in 1968, Martin Luther King used to say, "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice." He lifted the idea from a white abolitionist preacher named Theodore Parker, who had delivered similar words over 100 years earlier in 1853 in a sermon denouncing slavery. President Barack Obama had the phrase woven into a rug in the Oval Office. So in a fascinating way, the meaning of the phrase and the phrase itself have had a parallel journey, uttered in 1853, picked up, revamped in 1965, and emblazoned in 2008. An arc bending towards justice.
This coming from a man who expected his assassination, the optimistic tone of his statement is mystical and inspiring to us.
Part of what he meant was that at any moment along our human continuum, we can point to events and conclude that the needle of our moral arc has stopped. A man, John Lewis, on a bridge in Selma, Alabama in 1965, peacefully protesting to assert his right to vote, is bludgeoned by the police almost to death for doing so. In 2021, a white police officer whose political leanings were unknown is bludgeoned to death by a white mob. It's hard not to conclude that the needle of our moral arc stopped on those days. But if we pan outwards on our American experience, we can see as incontrovertibly as the scars on John Lewis's forehead and the treasonous debris on the floors of the Capitol that slavery was abolished. Women have the right to vote. Our great corporations are subject to child labor laws, and our gay brothers and sisters can serve openly in the military, and they can marry who they want. In each of these social movements, the enemies of progress were rich, powerful, entrenched, and violent. And they spread their message of hatred and exclusion, sometimes from the highest public offices. Before he died, Jim Morrison said, "They've got the guns, but we've got the numbers." And he was right. These enemies of progress had one other thing in common. They were all overcome. The images of the actions they took and take are the humiliating and brutal reminders of our country's steadfast march forward.
Because the great American idea of an expanding network of fairness, equality, and social justice is in the wind, Dr. King knew that important social ideas never reside in a single individual, and they will not be extinguished in a single election or by a single administration. We've selected some songs this evening that we hope in some way will provide an appropriate backdrop as we reflect on Martin Luther King's memory and legacy.
Let's play some music. This is one written by our friend Dave Takaji, and it's on our album Fuse 32. It's called Power Lines and Palm Trees.
Across the desert, across the river, over the fences we trespassed. 3 counties northward, we lay our blanket for our first night in Los Angeles, 'neath power lines and palm trees, among saints and thieves, 'neath small skies and movie marquees. Dream with me. Some will call us the city's problem, So go to sleep, love, knowing the strange place will be our new home when you awake. 'Neath power lights and palm trees, among saints and thieves, 'neath smallest skies and movie marquees, dream with me.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, how's everybody doing out there, Sandy?
Everybody is just hunky-dory. Lots of good choices of songs.
All right. Yeah, we chose all the songs, you guys. Sorry.
And how could you celebrate Martin Luther King without some Jackson Brown?
Well, you can't.
1, 2. Some of them were dreamers, some of them were fools who were making plans and thinking of the future. With the energy of the innocent, they were gathering the tools they would need to make their journey back to nature. As the sand slipped through the opening and their hands reached for the golden ring, in their hearts they turned to each other's hearts for refuge. In the troubled years that came before the deluge, some of them knew pleasure, some of them knew pain, and for some of them it was only the moment that mattered. And on the brave and crazy wings of youth, they went flying around in the rain, until their feathers, once so fine, grew torn and tattered. And in the end they traded their tired wings for the resignation that living brings, and exchanged love's bright and fragile glow for the glitter and the rouge. And in a moment they were swept before the deluge. So let the music keep our spirits high. Let the buildings keep our children dry. Let creation reveal its secrets by and by. By and by. When the light that's lost within us reaches the sky. Some of them were angry at the way the earth was abused by the man who learned how to forge her beauty into power. And they struggled to protect her from them, only to be confused by the magnitude of the fury in the final hour. And when the sand was gone and the time arrived, so simple and so huge. Believe that they were meant to live after the deluge. So let the music keep our spirits high. Let the buildings keep our children dry. Let creation reveal its secrets by and by. By and by. When the light that's lost within us reaches the sky.
Such a great song. Let the music keep our spirits high. Love that. I'm going to go fix something over there.
Okay, Renee is going to go to the computer and adjust something. Do you need power, Renee?
No, I'm good.
Funny, you can see the computer from where we're standing, and it gives us little signals that you can't understand. But they do freak you out, so. We like to have sort of the opposite of the Zen approach. We like to play in a state of constant worry.
This should make us feel better. This song.
Bob Marley.
Oh, pirates, yes, them rabbi sold out to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. But my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation
Triumphantly, won't you help to sing another song of freedom?
is all I ever had.
Redemption songs, redemption songs.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energy,
'Cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets?
while we stand aside and look. Some say it's just a part of it.
We got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing another song of freedom?
Is all I ever had.
Redemption songs, redemption songs.
Come on with me, children, in every way now, in every day, in every way, in every day. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energy,
'Cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets?
while we stand aside and look. Some say it's just a part of it.
We
got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing another song of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs, redemption songs. Sing on with me, children, in every way now, in every day, in every way, in every day.
That was awesome.
Thank you very much.
That's the late, great Bob Marley, Redemption Song. Now, as many of you know, we've been working our way through our entire song list, and we are very close. We've played 490 different songs since the beginning of the pandemic, and we still have another 7 or 8 to go. We're going to do one of them now.
This is a really old song of Andy's.
That's right. I wrote this one with a buddy of mine from British Columbia, childhood friend, Mike Tanner. He lives in Toronto, Ontario now. He's also the guy who wrote Outside Looking In on our album, Hurricane of the Heart, and some other songs that we play.
Monroe Brothers songs?
Yeah. I was just going to suggest
Anyway.
that maybe.
Not quite the same mood as this one, but
Yeah. So this is one called The Eye of History's Storm. To him, it was nothing but a fairy tale. Some characters through books he'd met. Some names and places, dates and figures, someone just couldn't forget. Some pictures of the way things used to be, from a time so long ago. A time in which the old folks trembled, from a country he was glad not to know. For in the eye of history's storm, the eye of history's storm, he felt so safe and warm in the eye of the storm. One day the thunder of false accusations shook each shore like a global earthquake. And in the towns of our ancestors and allies, they burned our flag at the stake. The cities rallied round the treasons of their leaders, who screamed murder and spilled the blood of revenge. And as always, the nameless and faceless died for causes unknown to them. For in the eye of history's storm, the eye of history's storm, we felt so safe and warm in the eye of the storm. And then voices were stoked in the media against those who opposed the regime. And propaganda instead lined the papers we read from the bowels of hypocrisy. But there'll be no newspaper this morning, and there'll be no bulletin tonight, and there'll be no satellite twilight morning, just a little flash of light. In the storm of history's eye, the storm of history's eye. No more chances to ask ourselves why. Mistook their ignorance for wisdom. We mistook their neglect for concern. We mistook their greed for protection indeed. We mistook all that we could have learned. And we mistook their rhetoric for reason. We mistook their violence for peace. We mistook the hell we created for heaven, assured that someday it would cease. And we mistook their cowardice for courage. We mistook their hatred for love. And we mistook damnation for salvation. In fact, there was nothing, no, nothing that we understood. Thank you very much. That's called The Eye of History's Storm. And thanks for the song, Mike Tanner. I don't know if you're watching up there in Canada, but it's good to hear your stuff through the performance of that song.
All right. We're going from a couple of Canadians to...
somebody from Oklahoma.
Yeah. I like that. All right. Is the sound okay? Is everything all right out there?
Everybody's happy. Powerful song. Hearts, claps. Check the sound. Everybody's good.
So, this isn't the most interesting thing about this show, but until about 10 minutes before the show went on, we had no internet connection today.
For 1 hour and 51 minutes.
Oh my God, no wonder you guys
We were plugging and unplugging, turning off, turning on, exercising the freedom of the use of profanity in a private residence.
So we were all prepared. We did all this rehearsing yesterday, and I was thinking, oh, we're good. We can go over the stuff, and I had a video planned we were going to run, and some quotes we were going to say, and all of that just fell to the ground when nothing worked for all that. Even Sandy got here, and her phone wouldn't connect to the internet, and somehow it just started to work. So I guess we'll take the positive aspect of that, right? And we'll go, yeah, it works, and we're happy to be here with you guys today. All right, a little Woody Guthrie.
The crops are all in, the peaches are rotting, the oranges are piled in their creosote tub. They're flying you back to Mexico border to pay all your money, to wade back again.
My father's own father, he waded that river. They took all the money he made in his life. My brothers and sisters come work in the fruit trees. They rode the trucks till they took down and died.
Goodbye to my one, goodbye, Rosalita. Adios, mi amigo, Jesus Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee. Some of us are illegal and others not wanted. Our work contract's out and we have to move on. 600 miles to the Mexico border. They chase us like outlaws, like rustlers and thieves.
We've died in your hills and we've died in your deserts.
We've died in your valleys, we've died on your plains.
We've died in your trees, we've died in your bushes, both sides of the river just the same.
Goodbye to my one, goodbye, Rosalita. Adios, mi amigo, Jesus Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee. A sky plane caught fire over Los Gatos Canyon. Like a fireball of lightning, it shook all our hills. And who are these friends, all scattered like dry leaves? The radio says they are just deportees.
Is this the best way we can grow our big orchards? Is this the best way we can grow our good fruit? To fall like dry leaves and rot on your topsoil and be known by no name except deportee.
Goodbye to my one, goodbye, Rosalita. Adios, mi amigo, Jesus Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee.
Oh, beautiful. Woo! We were just discussing among ourselves that we're really glad our version has no B minors.
I saw you laughing over there. I'm going, yeah, this is a real chuckler by Woody Guthrie.
Although I will say it's what a gift, right, to have songwriters write about what's going on.
Absolutely.
And it both illuminates it and makes us feel better. Should we mention our rolling around?
So we're, Bob Dylan said about Woody Guthrie, he said you could learn how to live your life just by listening to his songs. And clearly, though, that's the kind of song he was talking about. We wanted to sprinkle a few quotes by Dr. King over the course of the afternoon. So here's one for you. Dr. King said, "I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless midnight of racism and war that the bright daybreak of peace and brotherhood can never become a reality. I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dress that day, the day I came home from the war. Didn't think I still knew how to cry, till I saw you standing on that shore. Now there ain't much I haven't seen, but maybe what I've seen has made me blind. I'm getting tired of looking for reasons faith will never find. And you can call me what you want, I've been used to worse for sure. There's no slogan you can shout that I haven't heard before, and I'm never going back to fight another man's war. On the banks of the muddy Amu-Daraya, beneath the spot the red flag flew, our medals glittered in the sunlight. Honey, all I saw was you. They raised a monument in honor, with the losers listed name by name. Before we learn the rules to play by, somebody else had changed the game. And you can call me what you want, I've been used to worse for sure. There's no slogan you can shout that I haven't heard before, and I'm never going back to fight another man's war. They made their reasons up to send us, oh, and we made ours to obey. They say we change things for the better. They say we learn from our mistakes. At night I hear those engines roar, I hear the slap of boot heels in the rain, a new wheel moving in the same old circle. It's just the past coming round again. And you can call me what you want, I've been used to worse for sure. There's no slogan you can shout that I haven't heard before, and I'm never going back to fight another man's war. And I'm never going back to fight another man's war. That's why it felt so natural.
That's one of Andy's.
What a joker. And this is going to be the first of a couple of Bob Dylan songs this afternoon.
We were trying to put together a set list for today, and obviously we know it's the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, so we thought we'd do a little song. I think that's appropriate. It's called Every Grain of Sand. Time of my confession, in the hour of my deepest need, when the pool of tears beneath my feet flood every newborn seed, there's a dying voice within me, reaching out somewhere, toiling in the dangers and in the morals of despair. Don't have the inclination to look back on any mistake. Like Cain, I now behold this chain of events that I must break. In the fury of the moment, I can see the Master's hand in every leaf that trembles, in every grain of sand. Oh, the flowers of indulgence and the weeds of yesteryear, like criminals, they have choked the breath of conscience and good cheer. Let the sun be down upon the steps of time and light the way to ease the pain of idleness and the memory of decay. I gaze into the doorway of temptation's angry flame, and every time I pass that way, I always hear my name. Then onward in my journey, I come to understand that every hair is numbered like every grain of sand. I have gone from rags to riches in the sorrow of the night, in the violence of a summer's dream, in the chill of a wintry light, in the bitter dance of loneliness, fading into space, in the broken mirror of innocence on each forgotten face. I hear the ancient footsteps like the motion of the sea. Sometimes I turn, there's someone there. Other times it's only
Lovely,
Beautiful.
Renee.
Just beautiful.
Thank you. That Bob, he can write.
Yeah.
You think? Yeah, he's got one or two good ones. No, I guess somebody said he only got one good one, right?
Yeah.
All right. How about a little protest music? Wait a minute. Haven't we been doing that? I guess I don't need these anymore.
There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I've got to beware. I think it's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds, getting so much resistance from behind. I think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and carrying signs, mostly saying hooray for our side. I think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Strikes deep into your lives, it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man comes and he takes you way, way. Think it's time to stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop now, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. I think you better stop. Thank you very much. All right, and now a word from our sponsor. And our sponsor is you.
Yeah. All right. I'm not sure if that's over enough. We shall see. Anyway, you guys know the drill, but there might be some new people to us today. By the way, I'm Renee. That's Andy. Maybe not that new. Anyway, as you may or may not know, we have been doing live streams pretty much exclusively since the end of March, since our gigs have all evaporated. And you guys have been keeping us going. You've been not only contributing to our music and helping us make a living, but you've also been contributing to various charitable causes, including the Midnight Mission, Feeding America, Fire Relief, and a couple of other homeless organizations. So we thank you so much. We give a portion every show to usually the Midnight Mission, but we'll kind of change it up every once in a while. So we're going to do a song now that was performed at the March on Washington in 1963. And it was written by Bob Dylan, but it was not performed by Bob Dylan. It was performed by Peter, Paul, and Mary. which is pretty cool if you think about it. Bob says, "Oh yeah, you guys do that one. I'll do a couple of other ones."
I've got some new stuff.
Yeah, I got some new stuff I want to do for the crowd of 250,000 people. Yes, and how many years must one man have before he can hear people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Wonderful. Woo!
There you go.
That's such a great song.
Randy had asked me about for that earlier today. It was already on the list. All right, we're going to do another old one of Andy's. Is that correct?
That's right. This is from our first cassette, which got released back in 1990. And I think this one was written in like 89 or 88. This is one called Tracks Against the Grain. You need a special synthesizer patch over there.
I do, Andy.
Our technical.
It's so high tech. I need my glasses to see the actual. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Let me just take a deep breath here. Sip of my Diet Dr. Pepper.
I'm going to have a sip of my diet beer.
I'm going to have a sip of my wine. I'm a big girl.
It's not diet beer, it's non-alcoholic beer. Anyway.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is for all the lives we didn't have together. And this is for the tears of joy we would have wept. For the heroes history drowned in the blood of misunderstanding. And for the children born in anguish of promises unkept. This is for all the speeches undelivered. This is for all the hope that turned to fear. This is for all the plans that never saw the light of day, when stagnant pools of repetition rendered reason unclear. Saw 2 footprints leading to the dawn of a better day. And a voice that spoke said, make those tracks your own. It took till long after I woke up to understand what in the dream was real. You follow tracks against the grain, you do it alone. This is for the faith we lost on a cold New York December. This is for all the songs that'll never get sung. This is for all the bills that never got passed. The misdirected barrel of an assassin's gun. And in a dream he saw 2 footprints leading to the dawn of a better day. And a voice that spoke said, make those tracks your own. But it took till long after I woke up to understand what in the dream was clear. You follow tracks against the grain, you do it alone.
Damn, you have a lot of great songs I've never heard before.
Oh, thank you, Sandy.
Oh, they're telling me that too.
Well, thank you to the folks weighing in. Dr. Martin Luther King said, our lives begin and end the day we become silent about things that matter.
Don't you know, talking about a revolution, it sounds like a whisper. Don't you know, talking about a revolution, it sounds like a whisper. While they're standing in welfare lines, crying at the doorstep, so there's armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment lines, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know, talking about a revolution, it sounds like a whisper. Poor people gonna rise up and get their share. Poor people gonna rise up and take what's theirs. Don't you know you better run, 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 run. Yeah, I said you better run, 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 run. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution, oh, yeah. Finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution, oh, talking about a revolution, oh, while they're standing above the lines, crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment lines, sitting around for a promotion. Don't you know, talking about a revolution, and it sounds like a whisper. And finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution, oh, yeah. Finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution, oh, talking about a revolution, oh, talking about a revolution, oh. Thank you, little Tracy Chapman. Had a little difficulty getting my tambourine off of the, the holder there. Oh, well. We'll fix that in the mix. All right, you guys still hanging in there? We got some folks watching.
Oh, you got a lot of people watching. Quite happy.
Dr. King said, we must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. One day we woke up and the sky was falling. We saw the life we knew in ashes and on the shore. We ran, we ducked, we hid, we scattered. We stood and then we noticed it wasn't falling everywhere or forevermore. We'd lost the battle. Maybe we'd lost the battle. We just lost the battle, but we're still in the war. One day I woke up to hear my brothers crying, and to the rage of generations spreading door to door. Thunder down the secret tunnels and between the thrones of power, and crashing like the sound of iron statues on a concrete floor. Oh, yeah, we lost the battle. Maybe we'd lost the battle. We just lost the battle, but we're still in a war. Hey! twins of wickedness are strong, an ugly silence and a terrifying sound. They've got the guns, but we've got the numbers and the tools. Hammer, chisel, down. We lost the battle, but we will win. We lost the battle, but we will win. We lost the battle, but we will win the war. We lost the battle, but we will win the war. We lost the battle, but we will win the war. We lost the battle, but we will win the war. Yeah, but we will win the war. We lost the battle, but we will win. We lost the battle, we will win the war. We lost the battle, but we will win the war. We lost the battle, but we will win the war. Thank you very much.
Well, Andy, I was listening to your opening remarks, and I learned that as you use this term, you lifted a line from Jim Morrison in that song,
Yes, I did.
just as Martin Luther King lifted a line from the guy from 1853.
Theodore Parker.
Right,
Yeah,
you
he
lifted-
he let a little more time pass. He let 110 years pass, and I let about like 20 years or something. I don't know.
Now, the
Actually,
line,
it's a lot more than 20.
It is,
If he,
yeah.
if he died in 72 or 71, is whatever. Somebody get out a calculator. I can't do that kind of math.
I play mine in
Yeah.
I am on capo 2, is that
Yeah.
right? All right. Martin Luther King said, love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. And we are in dire need of that today. I think we should think of that tomorrow and every day as we go forward. And in that spirit, we're going to do this song for you guys. Let me just tune up. Feel free to put on your leather fringe vest and your round blue-colored sunglasses. Get up and do the, what's that dance called? The twirly dance or whatever? Like you're at a Grateful Dead concert. Yeah, anyway, do that. Love is just a song we sing. Fear's the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, hear the angels cry. Know the bird is on the wing. You may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Some may come and some may go. You will surely pass. When the one that left us here returns for us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another If you hear the song I sing, you will understand. You hold the key to love and fear. They're in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both. It's there at your command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Right now. Right now. Andy.
What?
You did that silly thing with the piece of paper saying "listen again." What's,
Well, you walked out to the camera with your guitar. What's that all about?
well, I was just showing off the fact that I'm wireless now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bill Topper sent us gifts.
Thank you, Bill.
I'm not going to trip on a cable.
Son of a gun.
I can rock like this. Well, actually, can't rock like that, but I can look stupid like I'm rocking like that. But anyway, it's kind of cool. It's like, oh, I think I'll go over there, and I don't have to take my guitar off. It's awesome. What's the name of this song?
This one's from our album. Is it from our Rivers?
It's from Hurricane of the Heart.
Is it really?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
But let me tune first.
What do I know? Yeah.
I thought we were gonna. First of all, I thought we were gonna do another song that was the title track of "A River Is Gone," and you were going, "Is this what album is this on?" I'm like, the one it's named for.
That's right. We're going to do a couple of songs about rivers.
You want to say a little bit about this one?
This is one that I wrote. I was thinking about my mother, and then I finished that verse, and then began thinking about other people who went before and were great examples, and took on the challenges of their generation and left us with a much easier road to travel. And I guess it's our turn now. It's called "That River Is Behind Me." I'm going to check the tuning of this. Okay. Through the circling winds and the dust bowl summers, her tears for the lost ones, your mother hid somehow. Across broad prairie shoulders, God hung an immigrant's burden, but you didn't complain. You didn't know how. Instead, you made it through. So this one's for you. I thank you, Mother. That river is behind me now. Police dog a howling, the blur of the billy club, hell walking down the street. You could raise eyebrows, and from the broken old shoes sprang songs on the buses, long dangerous highways through the sundown towns. Somehow you made it through, so this one's for you. I thank you, brother, that river is behind me now. shadows flash through your world, maybe once in a lifetime, like a comet dividing the black and the blue. But some people are like that northern star. They shine with every setting sun the whole night through. And the day's last casualty keeps me tortured and turning, and thinking I'll drown. I'll know when tomorrow arrives clean at midnight, and I wake standing on a solid ground. I'll follow them footprints along the shore, plant my own where there ain't no more, because that river, that bloody river, that river, that killing river, you cross that river, and the river is behind me now. Thank you.
A couple of Andy Hill originals coming up. Well, that one and this one.
That's right. And this is one that I actually wrote about Martin Luther King. It's the title track to our album, A River Is Gone. One, two, 3, 4. River is gone, where I was raised. The power flowed, and children bathed. Now the air is hot and dry, fire breathing forth the dawn. In the land where I was raised, a river is gone. The minister wept, amid flames and violence. Four tiny epitaphs, a prophet silenced. Tonight the choirs of 16th Street rise like angels in a song, and a spirit carries on where a river is gone. Thank you very much.
Could you guys hear Kirk soaring his guitar solo at the end? I could.
That's right.
Yeah.
Boy, do I have a memory of that when Kirk used to live over in Walteria. Just on the other side of PCH. And the band got together and learned that song, and he has a killer guitar solo on the album by the same name, A River Is Gone.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I usually play the piano. Andy just decided he wanted to stay sitting down. You're not expecting me to do a solo or anything, are you? I hope not. But you need a harp, right? This one kind of came to mind. Another Bob Dylan song to play today. Usually, if you're new to us, we take requests during our shows, and you can find our song list on our homepage of our website, andyrenee.com. But today, we took the liberty of putting the set list together ourselves. And on Wednesday, we're going to be doing an inauguration show. And we're learning how to play Hail to the Chief. I forgot to tell you, you need to learn that by Wednesday. Bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. That's my part. Anyway, and our theme is going to be, we'll do some songs about, like liberty or whatever, but we're going to do songs that have names of places in the United States. So like Florida Key is a song, back to Georgia, Boulder to Birmingham. Lodi, yeah. So Fort Worth
Green
Blues.
River is just over there by, down the, I don't know what freeway it is, the 405 or
really?
something.
Green River, that's the mortuary.
Might just be the exit.
Well, there's a Green River, Utah. It's on I-70.
Okay.
I know it well. Anyway, so if you want to make requests, make sure you there's going to be one for Barry because it's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Barry.
Happy birthday.
And he wanted to hear Tangled Up in Blue, and there's towns in that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. I told her I was going to go to Atlanta. She said, no, you're going to stay right here.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. So anyway, so that's the theme for Wednesday. They say everything can be replaced. They say every distance is not near. So I remember every face of every man that put me here. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. They say every man needs protection. They say that every man must fall. Yet I swear I see my reflection somewhere so high above this wall. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. is a man who swears he's not to blame. All day long I hear him shout so loud, crying out that he was framed. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, I shall be released. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, I shall be released.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks, Sandy.
I think you're going to have to do 2 shows with cities and states because they're just coming out. Oh, there are a lot.
Are they songs we know how to play?
Yes,
Oh.
except for one I threw in. But you've got time.
Like we don't know, like what's the San Antonio
York, New
Rose
York.
or New York. We don't know those.
You don't know I left my heart in San Francisco?
Don't know I left my heart in San Francisco.
Renee, you actually do a pretty good version of that you took from the Partridge Family.
Oh, I do. Does anybody remember the Partridge Family episode where David Cassidy was in love with this girl, and she was a singer, and when he heard her sing, the point of view camera was of him seeing her in this kind of sort of dreamy shot, and she'd go, I left my heart in San Francisco. And that's what he heard, but then they'd show the point of view of Danny or his mom or something.
Tracy.
Tracy.
Or Lori.
And the girl would be going, I left my heart in San Francisco. But because Keith was in love with her, he heard it beautifully.
Hence the expression, to have the Keith Partridge. That's when you, to the exclusion of all other people on earth, think that something is great, and it's romantically driven.
So no, we don't know that one.
1, 2, 3, 4. As I walk through this wicked world, searching for light in the darkness of insanity, I ask myself, is all hope lost? Is there only pain and hatred and misery? And each time I feel like this inside, there's one thing I want to know. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? And as I walked on through troubled times, my spirit gets so downhearted sometimes. So where are the strong and who are the trusted? Where is the harmony, sweet harmony? 'Cause each time I feel it slipping away, cry. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, where are the strong, and who are the trusted? And where is the harmony, sweet harmony? 'Cause each time I feel it slipping away, just makes me wanna cry. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Yeah, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding?
You got them all up dancing.
All right. Sure. Oh, Andy, you just shook your head at the camera, waved your hair at the camera. All right. Well, now is the time. If you guys are so inclined, we're just reminding you about the tip jar. And we appreciate it, you guys. I was talking to Patrick today about the likelihood of when we're going to be able to do any live gigs. I think we'll continue to do these, but it's sort of unknown, right, Andy? So
Yeah.
Thank you for enabling us to play music for you guys, and the nice comments we get from you are so fantastic, and the ability to donate some of the money to various charities is very much appreciated. So thank you so much.
It is. It's one of the pleasures of my day, the day after the show or the day after that, to look at it, because we aren't able to see what you're.
The comments, you mean?
Yeah, the comments now. Occasionally, Sandy or Patrick will forward one to us, but tonight or tomorrow night, I'll be watching the show and I'll read everything. So thank you very much, you guys. Now we've got 3 more songs to go, and we thought it might be interesting, by way of fitting in with the Martin Luther King theme, to play the 3 songs that Bob Dylan performed when he played at the I Have a Dream speech. Bob was 22 years old, and as Renee said earlier, he gave Blowin' in the Wind to Peter, Paul, and Mary, and he played 2 brand new, unreleased songs, and then he shared the stage with some other folks for a 3rd song. So this was I guess probably the first maybe live performance of this song. I'm not sure about that. But this is called Only a Pawn in Their Game.
It's about Medgar Evers. A bullet from the back of a bush took Medgar Evers' blood. A finger fired the trigger to his name. A hand hid out in the dark. A hand set the spark. 2 eyes took the aim behind a man's brain, but he can't be blamed. He's only a pawn in their game. The South politician preaches to the poor white man. You got more than the blacks, don't complain. You're better than them, you've been born with white skin, they explain. And the Negro's name is used as plain for the politician's game as he rises to fame, and the poor white remains on the caboose of the train. But it ain't him to blame. He's only a pawn Deputy sheriffs, the soldiers, the governors get paid.
And the marshals and cops get the same.
But the poor white man's used in the hands of them all like a tool. He's taught in his school from the start by the rule that the laws are with him to protect his white skin, to keep up his hate, so he never thinks straight about the shape that he's in. But it ain't him to blame.
He's only a pawn in their game.
From the poverty shacks, he looks from the cracks to the tracks.
And the hoofbeats pounding in his brain.
And he's taught how to walk in a pack, to shoot in the back, with his fist in a clinch, to hang and to lynch, to hide neath his hood, to kill with no pain, like a dog on a chain. But it ain't got no blame, he ain't got no blame. But it ain't him to blame.
He's only a pawn in their game.
To Dame Edgar Evers was buried from the bullet he caught.
They lowered him down like a king.
But when the shadowy sun sets on the one, fire the gun, he'll see by his grave, on the stone that remains, his epitaph plain. He's only
A pawn in their game.
It's such a beautiful song.
That wasn't actually received very well, but I think that that we have to look back in history and see where things start, and you keep going back and back, and all people have been manipulated by the powerful, and the divide and conquer technique is not new. So I think that's where he was going with that. All right, we're going to do another one that Bob played at the March on Washington. Did he play this by himself, or did Joan join in?
I think Joni, good question. I'm not sure.
I bet somebody out there knows. This is a song called When the Ship Comes In. Oh, the time will come up when the winds will stop and the breeze will cease to be breathing, like the stillness in the wind before the hurricane begins, the hour that the ship comes in, and the seas will split and the ship will hit, and the sands on the shoreline will be shaken, and the waves will sound and the tide will pound, and the morning will be a breaking.
Oh, the fishes will laugh as they swim out of the path, and the seagulls, they'll be a-smiling, and the rocks on the sand will proudly stand the hour that the ship comes in, and the words that are used for to get the ship confused will not be understood as they're spoken, for the chains of the sea will have busted in the night and be buried on the bottom of the ocean.
All right.
ships, and the boat drifts onto the shoreline. And the sun will respect every face on the deck the hour that the ship comes in. Then the sands will roll out a carpet of gold for your weary toes to be a-touching. And the ship's wise men will remind you once again that the whole wide world is watching.
Oh, the foes will rise with the sleep still in their eyes, and they'll jerk from their beds and think they're dreaming. But they'll pinch themselves and squeal, and they'll know that it's for real the hour that the ship comes in.
And they'll raise their hands, say we'll meet all your demands. But we'll shout from the bow, your days are numbered. And like Pharaoh's tribe, they'll be drowning in the tide. And like Goliath, they'll be conquered.
Woo! According to Jean Caesar, it was Bob and Joan.
Okay.
And I believe everything John says, so it has to be.
Me too.
John Caesar? Yeah, he's a good one for sourcing his, referencing his sources, whatever.
He's a good one
He
for doing
figures
something.
it out right.
He's smart. He was one of the first. I think he was one of the first people I knew who donated to helping build the Martin Luther King Center in Atlanta.
Wow.
And I think he sent me an email and said, "Donate to this," and I said, "Okay." It was weird though; it went right to his bank account. I don't. Well, maybe not. All right.
So this is one that we learned from a live performance by Marty Rifkin and Bruce Springsteen, doing this old Pete Seeger song.
Yes, they were.
This is called "Keep Your Eyes on the Prize." So thanks for joining us, everybody, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Paul and Silas, bound in jail, had no money to go their bail. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Paul and Silas thought they were lost. Dungeon shook and the chains come off. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on.
Freedom's name is mighty sweet, and soon we're gonna meet. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Got my hand on a gospel plow, won't take nothing for my journey now. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on.
Hold on. staying in the wilderness too long. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. The only thing we did was right. Was the day we started to fight. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. You just keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Ain't been to heaven, but I've been told
Streets up there are paved with gold.
Woo!
Thanks for listening, you guys. Tomorrow is Martin Luther King Day. It's a day of service. So go out and do something for your fellow man tomorrow. Thanks. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your generosity. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Let's see. How many shows? How many shows? 84.
button. It's that button right over there, Renee,
Where?
on the computer.
Okay.